Dear parents, children, and honorable guests, it is with great honor and happiness that I am standing in front of you at this wonderful occasion. The annual day is just not a moment of celebrating and breaking away from our work schedules, but I feel it is also a platform to review our achievements of the year gone by and at the same time outline a sketch of what is in store for the future. Before I proceed with how our school fared this year, let us take a moment to reflect upon how our country fared this year. Unfortunately, 2008 was a bad year for India. This year, terrorists struck in Jaipur, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Assam, and on 26th of November at Mumbai. Of course, what happened in these cities was very sad, and I feel sorry for the families of those who lost their lives. But what worries me more is the bitterness and hatred that is slowly creeping in our minds after the events. Terrorism is a political problem. A religion or a community has nothing to do with it. No religion promotes killing innocent people. Jihad is a misinterpreted and misused term. All the terrorists want to achieve is to sow the seeds of hatred among Hindus and Muslims and amongst Indians and Pakistanis. And it's when we accuse and suspect each other is when we play right into the hands of these terrorists. We must take the terrorists head on and defeat them with resolve. But we should maintain our internal communal harmony under any circumstances, ladies and gentlemen. And let us also not get fooled by the jingoism of our politicians. You see, the people of India are really upset and angry with the failure of the authorities in Delhi and Mumbai to protect us. And what some of these people in power are trying to do is to shift our anger to the people in Pakistan. I don't think an average Pakistani in general is interested in killing people at the CST or bombing the Taj. Let us not alienate the people of Pakistan who are themselves victims of terrorism. As a strong nation, we must go after the terrorists and bring them to justice. But as peace-loving citizens, we must avoid talk of war with Pakistan. Remember what Gandhiji said, ladies and gentlemen, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Instead, I hope our world leaders realize the source of the problem and take corrective action. There are millions of children just like yours who live in war-torn countries like Afghanistan and Iraq and are poor and uneducated. The only alphabets they know are A and K, and the only number they know is 4 and 7. And these are breeding grounds for future terrorists. So what can you parents do in these difficult times? Please do not let hate, suspicion, and prejudice overcome you. Please remember that we may be Hindus, Muslims, Christians, or Sikh, but as human beings, we are all the same. Believe it or not, as messengers of strength, unity, and peace, you parents here can make a difference. On that note, I would like to move on to how our school fared this year. As our theme for the year 2008-2009, we chose Mahatma Gandhi's words, "Be the change you want to see in the world." It strongly projects that it is time for us to become powerful agents filled with a desire for a positive change in society, thus making the world a better place to live in, a place of harmony and peace. With this in mind, our ex-students organized a peace rally with senior students and teachers. It is a matter of great pride and joy for all of us that we secured 100% board results yet again. June, as usual, was a month of excitement and anxiety for all of us. We started our academic year with a week-long training program for the teachers. The training started with a multi-faith prayer, followed by a session on sensitivity in the classroom. A special workshop was conducted by the National Association for the Blind for our teachers in order to better equip them to deal with the visually challenged students under our care. Teachers of the pre-primary section visited the Moral Rearmament Center at Panchgani, where our school was also felicitated by the SNDT University in collaboration with Barrington Initiatives of Change, Switzerland. Teachers also attended workshops on phonetics, puppet making, developing naturalistic intelligence and creativity in classroom. Mathematics and English workshops by senior resource personnel were organized. Some of our teachers also attended a module, Know and Grow, with Derek O'Brien. The trained, and experienced counselors of the Human Resource Department provided guidance and support to students, parents, and teachers throughout the year. The department organized and conducted various programs and activities such as orientation to the school for parents of newly admitted students, study tips for Standard 10 students that aimed at helping them prepare well for their board examination, orientation to body changes for Standard 6th and 7th, both boys and girls, training capable students as peer counselors who in turn helped their classmates in need, setting up the resource room where remedial classes for students with poor academic background were conducted. We are very happy that this year some parents volunteered to help academically weak students. Parents become anxious in the process of parenting and need guidance at times. Parents of the students of the primary section were given a talk on how to deal with your children's tantrums. Dr. Marta Dabrowska, an English professor from the University of Krakow, Poland, interacted with our senior students on being catalysts for change and a futuristic global vision. An aptitude test for Standard 10 was conducted online and the results were discussed with their parents. The students were also guided on their future plans and choice of various vocations. To make the concept more concrete, a career fair and an exhibition was organized where detailed talks on various careers, options were given, and video messages from experts in those respective fields were shown. Ms. Pujara and Ms. Rashid conducted sessions on positive and out-of-the-box thinking. Career exhibition was also open to students from neighboring schools. Modules like anger management, goal setting, public speaking, interview skills, etiquette, and many more such life skills sessions were conducted to equip our students to lead better lives. The state-of-the-art infrastructure and facilities helped in further enhancing the teaching and learning experiences. Following the project method, students visited various places of interests that helped them gain meaningful insights on their respective project topics. It had an interactive program called Mail Joel with the students of the BMC school. The winter trip to the picturesque Kerala was a truly magical experience. The pre-primary section celebrated all festivals traditionally, but with a difference. Every festival carried a social message that aimed at having a lasting impact on the students. World Elders Day on October 1st, 2008 was celebrated as Grandparents' Day. This was a rare